fire and storms. Down by the shore, pirates in the port of paradise. Hey, ruined mariners marinated, swinging one north with their heads bigger sore. Viscera and gore in paradise. Pirates in the bay, taking what they may. Yarn and gold aboard, what decorates indoors. Taking home decor. Please not a word more. It's the pirates of paradise. Ah! Ah!
Hell yeah. Okay, we're back. I love that thing.
Oh no, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Shit, I guess we should have probably rapped before, but again, I can just edit this shit out. What do you want to talk about, I guess?
Geez, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I'm up to anything noteworthy, and I don't know. I'm working on what am I trying to say? I'm working on another version of my old jumping exoskeleton. Well, this version's a robot just to figure out the jumping part, and then once I have a good jumping mechanism, like I'll graft that onto my leg somehow, so then it'll be an exoskeleton. But
so you're talking about Flubber?
Kinda, a little bit. Well, I suppose to the extent that Flubber definitely made Robin Williams way better at jumping than he was already.
Yeah. Wait. Is there a movie called White Boys Can't Jump?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
I think there is. And I think Flubber. I want to know if Flubber was before or after that. So I'm gonna do some.
I think Flubber's like a mid-'80s movie. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I think so. It's at least pre 2013, 2014 because Robin Williams was alive.
Yeah. Oh no, Flubber's old. Flubber's old.
Oh, White Men Can't Jump, 1992. Flubber, 1997. So,
wow.
Yeah, Flubber was afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. I need to watch the trailer for this. All right. Oh, it's a Wesley Snipes movie from before he was in prison.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was just... Wait, was it picking up any of the audio on my end for you?
From the
video?
trailer?
From the
trailer.
No, okay, that's what I figured. But it's weird. The like to dislike ratio bar is not visible. Like you can vote, but you can't
see it.
See the results. Yeah. Oh my God! It has Woody Harrelson in it. This might be the greatest movie of all time. Oh my goodness. This might be better than 8 Mile.
You know what? Is that a super duper high bar?
No, but as far as movies that white dudes get excited about. Fuck. Okay, this is what I meant to do. Dog. You probably don't watch it now, but it's hilarious as fuck.
The trailer?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Just Woody Harrelson saying anything, I laugh.
Oh, okay. No, Woody Harrelson's definitely a funny dude.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen Dazed and Confused with Matthew McConaughey?
I do not think I have.
It was his first movie, and he just plays like a 5th year high school senior, somebody who's been there for a minute,
like a real piece of shit.
That one dude from our high school who was 20 when he graduated with us.
Oh yeah, that dude was old.
Yeah, it was if you can buy liquor legally and you're still a high school senior, that's what this dude was. But it was also made in it was made in the 90s but set in the 70s, so alcohol was still legal, like for people 18 and over, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was a good movie. But shit, yeah.
What episode? Oh, I was gonna ask, what episode number is this? I feel like we recorded a bunch of podcasts.
I want to say this is like 5 or 6.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say it's definitely over 4.
It again depends on if I'm able to get episode 2 fixed, because it was having some problems. So if you look at the channel, at the point that where we're recording this, which is May 14th, you can see like episode 1 is up, episode 3 is set to premiere next Monday, but we're trying to get episode 2 up for Thursday. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I talked yesterday to just Quara'e about it. Like, I might have to lop out a giant chunk of it, but
yeah, you guys will miss out on all those great bits. What is episode 2 about even?
Episode 2 was the one where we had to redact all the names of everyone, and I think it might just be that we redacted so much, edited the source file so much that it's like, honestly, do you even want this to exist at all?
Oh yeah, no. Oh man, we really did bundle it that one time. That was funny as hell.
There are worse episodes to have problems with, but also not really, because if I'm gonna get it up, like it's the one I'd like to lose. I could lose the easiest, other than maybe episode 1, because of the way we recorded episode 1.
Oh, true.
As far as as far as like how I have to keep re-editing it every time it like.
Oh yeah, like it like doesn't
corrupt.
Upload.
Yeah, corrupt.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, let's try and fix it. But yeah, I'll give it like 1 or 2 more shots. If I can't get it, we're just gonna keep going.
Worst case scenario, it's lost forever. It'll be the other podcast lost to time. That's a callback to episode 1 because I listened to it yesterday.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't even remember that. And I edited it and
yeah, no, I was gonna say for any people who happen to listen to this episode 5 or 6 before episode 1, neither of us remember it at all, really.
Oh no, not at all. I told Quara'e yesterday when I called him, or I guess that was today. I don't know when we called each other.
But, I think it was mostly yesterday and a little bit today.
I think it was also mostly yesterday. I told him that I just watched back, like, it's important to listen back to the podcast we recorded, just because there are definitely mannerisms of speech that both of us use that I think either one of us would not would try to amend if we heard it, and you can definitely hear I'm already trying to sort of.
Oh yeah, no,
alter my
retroactively sound way more well spoken than we actually are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's cut to a clip.
Cut to a clip of White Men Can't Jump. Clap so we can see it when I'm editing it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Peek the mic a little bit.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, on a podcast called Dynamic Banter, they go edit point, like to just like whenever they have to like cut something out.
But then they don't cut it out.
Oh, sometimes. Yeah, most of the time it's a bit that they do. Sometimes they actually cut it out.
Yeah, that little redacted title that I kept using. I don't know if I used it at all in episode 1. I think I did it at least once. But I used it a lot in episode 2 and a few times in episode 3. Oh, episode 3 I'm excited for. It's the Paper Chasers episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I'll give those a listen later today, probably.
Mm-hmm. I think since you have access to the channel, you can actually listen to it before it actually like airs.
Oh yeah. Because I was gonna say I double checked for sure. But yeah.
And then also if there's anything you need me to like cut that I missed, then it's good. But for the most part,
Yeah, no. I would
shit!
say-
We need to fill people in on our lovely garbage men thing we did yesterday.
Oh yeah. So well, how do we segue organically into this?
I'm trying to pull up the folder I wrote everything down on. I just scratched it like like a fucking person like breaking their nails on the walls of their like solitary confinement cell. We got Richard Rubbish. Basically, this is a story that we determined we were fleshing it out for a minute, but then we realized it was basically the plot of Robots.
Oh yeah. So
and
the idea
with
is,
some alterations, yeah, but
oh, for sure. So the idea is essentially like, what am I trying to say? We were imagining a hypothetical future in which, like, because of how large a disposal, what am I trying to say? How large an industry waste disposal is, like, like, what am I trying to say? Like, essentially a garbage man uprising, caused by, like, radical sustainability. Right, like a bunch of people are like, "Hey, our livelihood is built around you throwing stuff away, so you can't not throw stuff away." Like, I don't care if we need to not throw stuff away, you can't not.
your sustainability doesn't sustain me.
Yeah. Well, for
Listen,
sure. And it is kind
I
of.
grew up in the American age of trash.
Dude, I
Back
need you
when
to throw away
having
those
trash
pills.
meant you had a back when having trash meant you had a strong will and a fat pocket.
Oh no, for sure. It is definitely, it's a little bit, yeah, it's like a modified, well, because in the movie Robots, essentially, like the corporate person, essentially, he wants to make like replacement parts for all the robots that are not as good as they could be, so they continually need to upgrade and like throw away bits of their old bodies, and those old bodies will go to like his family's, like, well, his mother's like chop shop or whatever, for some reason that's good for him. I think his name's Randall, but we were imagining it more as what am I trying to say? We were imagining a proletariat garbage revolution, as it were.
Oh, we're talking. I think what I said yesterday that I like enough that I'm going to retain as a concept is like the San Fernando Valley fires, just like uh, the images of like the fire rolling over the waves of trees in the hills. It'd be like that, but with garbage trucks. Just an army of these tanks rolling across the U.S., throwing trash bags and body bagging people with hefty bags.
Oh no, for sure. But that's
Giant
probably
trucks of the dead.
giant trucks just full of corpses and also garbage bags.
Yeah.
Like I believe I said something like a ratio of, like, you've got like one human skull per every like 6 apple cores and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we were talking about names a lot yesterday, and I feel like we could flesh out the names a little bit more.
For sure.
So we had Richard Rubbish. We had um, the Street Sweepers. We're not. I'm not. Again, I'm not sure if that should be just a weapon. Like they should have a like a sawed-off shotgun, which is a street sweeper.
You know what? I do like the idea of a weapon. Oh yeah. Like, hey, this is my street sweeper.
Yeah, but then and I think that was actually the joke in Robots was that street sweep like the SS, and I didn't realize that until coming up with the idea on my own.
You know what? I was gonna say I didn't realize that either. I kind of want to rewatch Robots now. Robots is a really good movie.
Have the SS logo on them. Street Sweepers Robots. That movie was really good at creating the environment. Robots movie. Oh my god, how do I even? Oh, it's just sweepers. Yeah, they just called them. I think they called them sweepers because they didn't want to have the SS.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just. Yeah, I mean a little bit, but
maybe they just missed an opportunity.
But then also how Madame Gasket's building looked exactly like her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird to have a building shaped after you, but didn't Doofenshmirtz have that as well?
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that? It was shaped like somebody. But it's just looked like his building looked like it had a nose or something like that. Something in that capacity.
Yeah. Wait, what was her name? Madam Gasket?
Madam Gasket. Yeah. I just got a voicemail from a number I don't know. But it's like it's the right area code, but
You want
they
to play
all
it for
are,
the
right?
podcast?
New voice message. New message. To replay this message, press 1. To delete. To replay this message, press 1. To delete, press 7.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay.
It was just that was weird. I keep getting voicemails that are just nothing, which is a little unsettling. That's what I would do to somebody if I really wanted to mess with them, I think. Just like voicemails of static noise. did I tell you about like when I was at my not junkiest, but like the closest to that I was in the past.
Yeah.
Like after like I had like that police encounter, I was thinking about like what were almost my arresting officers, and I was like I was thinking real hard about like a way by which I could like get some coyotes and find out where they live so that if they let out their dogs at night they'd get eaten or something. Just fuck with them
Wait.
psychologically.
Run me through that one more time. Run me through that one more time.
Yeah. So my thought was, oh boy, these people are so annoying. Fuck these pigs, right?
So you would trap. So you would hypothetically trap, like you would have like a band of like coyotes that you could release to kill other people's animals.
Well, like yeah, if they have small children, they could get into their home, and like if they leave them unattended, don't pay for a babysitter. It's snack time for their little kid. If they don't, if they leave their kid in the backyard, that stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have definitely happened. I was talking to someone at my job the other day about how
I feel like that'd be the perfect way to get away with murder, because
to have an animal do it, or to make like I was talking to someone a while ago about how they were like, it was this really shady corporate thing about how this one specific game, like this one specific mobile game, or it was either a mobile game or like a desktop game. I don't give a fuck what it was, but like they did a bunch of shady stuff by tapping your computer sensors to determine like a weirdly accurate, like to get like a weirdly accurate picture of you, and then use that accurate like model of you to like take you for all they had. Like they could like sense via like your voice pitch and cadence and whatnot if you were like depressed, and then they would, or they could tell how much money you had by like when you move your chair, the sound it makes against your floor. They could tell if you paid for hardwood or something like that. And they were like, ooh, those people have deep pockets and whatnot. But one of them was like, what am I trying to say? One of them was like, oh, yo, it's technically not murder if you have an AI do it, or something like that. And I feel like that would probably be the way.
oh yeah, for sure. Like if you just write an algorithm for a machine to like develop, like you write an algorithm
Homicidal
that
tendencies?
yeah, that gives something homicidal tendencies, and so basically as it intakes information, it just compounds it into hatred and like resentment for other people. Like it's over small things too. This AI is like you're chewing gum, you throw the wrapper on the ground, you spit the gum on the ground, you you slurp your water, your hair's falling out, and you don't just shave your head.
I don't even think you need like resentment. I think you can like to the extent that things like I think we talked once, not on the podcast, about how like alligators and crocodiles and whatnot, like those things are essentially, they're killing machines. Like they kill in a direction, and that's how they interact with the world. But yeah, I think you could easily make like a robot that just how it interacts with things is it kills. It just
yeah,
like,
I agree, but I think this concept's just interesting.
You like the hate version more? I like the hateful version.
I think it's funnier, yeah, because like it's kind of like old people, right? I know I haven't said it on the podcast. My grandparents are strange and stuff, but they're at the point where they hate each other. They're just waiting for the other one to die so they can live out the rest of their life. like how they want. And so if it, they'll argue about things like grammar. Like my grandpa
Like
got
argue.
argue. My grandpa was like, "You stupid bitch! You think it's crayon? It's crayon, crayon." It's not jewelry. It's not like the jewels have some ellery. It's jewelry or something. He's like, it's not jewelry. It's not jewel as in the vape-ery.
Yeah.
It's
I
jewelry, and I'm like, well,
I
you're not
very
going to say
much.
jewelry because you have to say like really enunciate Jew in that, and that's not.
Oh, for sure.
I've definitely also we've references to the Holocaust and Judaism are too high a rate on this podcast already. Homosexuality, any of that.
No, yeah. I very much like the idea of like a sci-fi movie with like an AI that tries to kill like all of humanity. Like not like it was for something else and it didn't work out like Ultron, but like I was trying to make a murder robot and it worked way too well.
Oh, there's this
I think that would
comic
be.
that's kind of a
think that would
choose
be.
your own adventure comic, and it's about this dude who creates a basically like a desire machine by it's like a time machine, but it works by altering the future or the past or something like that. So like it just kills off a timeline. It kills everybody but the person inside the box.
Interesting. That's
And they just hit a button, and once they press the button, they're in like a new reality where everybody, because they killed off everybody else in their timeline or something, it like destroys the timeline they were in completely, and then I think kills them in the timeline that they pop into. It's weird.
Oh no, that sounds super weird. What's it called?
I don't know. I'll see if I can find it. It's about it's like a conceptual comic about time travel. But
While you're looking that up just for the listeners, there are a lot of Big Weld memes, and I didn't know that.
I don't know why, but you remind me of Big Weld to some extent.
Wait, which version of Big Weld? Like, because I was gonna say, I definitely do think of myself as a bit of a Rodney Copperbottom. Like,
oh no, I think like I think of you as like a Bill Nye the Science Guy type, like because that's basically what he was in the movie. But
for sure.
But then also like the shit where he's like, I'm the prettiest girl at the Harvest Moon Ball. He has the capacity to be silly. He has the capacity to be silly, and yeah, so.
Oh, for sure.
And then also like, just the shit he has with the dominoes.
You know what? Definitely, that is definitely
like he
something.
Applies himself only because he gives a fuck in that moment, but it's not a moment. It's a sustained event of a moment.
Yeah. Like I think like a large aspect of my personality is like I could sum up by what am I trying to say? I think it was Rick Sanchez who once said my superpower is that I could do anything I want, but only if I feel like it. Which I think not anything I want, but for sure my ability to do things is primary. Like the primary like limiter on like what I can do is how much I want to do it.
It's called Meanwhile by Jason Shiga.
Meanwhile by who?
Jason Shiga. I'll put a link to his website in the group or Gen Chat, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he has an interesting art style as well. It's a little anime-y. Like, it also looks influenced by the whole scene on Newgrounds or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's very reminiscent of a lot of those games.
He wrote the comic Demon, apparently. I've seen. What am I trying to say?
That's what I'm seeing on his website, but I don't see anything else about his other stuff. Apparently he moved to France.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen his stuff, but I've never read any of it. I'll give it a look. And
have you ever seen or read the kid's book David?
I don't think I have.
It's about, let's see, what's it called actually? No, David. Oh, and it's a book. Okay, so the author's name is David Shannon, but the book is called No, David.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he has a book called David Smells.
Mm-hmm. That's a
David
funny
gets
name.
in trouble. Grow up, David. David goes to school. David's basically just like, you've seen Clarence, right?
Is it like a him stand-in?
Oh no, he's not like Clarence at all.
Oh, okay.
He's like that one methy kid from Clarence.
What was his name? What was his name? Jeez. It was because like the main three, it's like Clarence, Jeff, and then jeez. What was his fucking name? What was like? Let me look it up. Clarence was a good show. If anyone listening hasn't seen Clarence,
Is it
watch
still
Clarence.
running? Is it still running?
I don't know. They might still be airing it.
No,
Like,
it's
hold on.
not.
I'm looking.
Final,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're still airing it, but it ended June 24th of last year. 4 seasons, I think.
Oh, good. I was gonna say if it's still on, it's probably not as good.
Yeah.
But I thought it was. I liked it. I thought it was a good show. What was his name? I'm trying to find it. Oh, it
On
was
the wiki.
Sumo. It was Sumo. They called him Sumo.
Choppa. Rada.
That's such a good song, John.
Yeah.
Oh, that song's so good.
Do you think that that's
But,
the sumo he was referring to?
You know what? I hope. I
But
hope to
yeah,
God.
Sumo looks exactly like David from this. The art in this comic book is really grotesque too. It's not really a comic book; it's a children's book, and the art is more like painting than it is
Okay.
like actual. But it's still definitely cartoon stylized.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever read Muncha?
I don't think I have.
These all sound like fake books, but Muncha
No, they all do.
yeah. That's why I kind of want to write a kids book, and I feel like this Garbage Wars uh, thing has a lot of potential.
I was thinking about my mom always talks about writing a children's book, and I was thinking about writing the other day, and I was like, I don't think I can write a book until I turn 40, like, because I don't have shit to say. You know what I mean?
But
Or
as
well, it's not that
a kid's book is not. You can fucking.
No, but if I were trying to like write like a good, meaningful children's story, I don't think I could I don't think I could write a meaningful story or like a meaningful text until like I'm at least 30. You know what I mean? I'm not old enough to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like you have to. It's weird because I don't think you should be around kids if you're writing kids' books. But and I don't
think
know
you
if
should maybe.
I think once you start approaching it from like a parental attitude instead of a child's attitude, it doesn't translate
I think
as
you
well.
need to have both.
Yeah,
I think,
but
you know
like
what I mean? Like
I also
like,
like
I
a
feel
good
like
Shel Silverstein where I feel like he was smoking a cigar and just writing silly shit all day.
oh, for sure. Like, I think if I were to if you were gun to your head, write a book like next month, it would probably be like I could probably write like 6 good essays, like 6 all right essays, and then like compound them into something.
Or just have it as a collection of essays or something.
Yeah. Like that's like if I were to release a book in the near future, it would be a bounded collection of essays, something like that.
Yeah. What's this other thing? I feel like that's what people want too, because that's all most books are. Like
I guess
if you try and tie all the essays together with some sort of overarching theme, I feel like it's way more difficult to be consistent with yourself.
Oh, for sure. I also don't know if the book format would be like good for me at all, like as far as writing goes, because I think in like the best way for me to write is in like bulleted lists because all my ideas are nested. You know what I mean? Like I can't writing linearly. Like I can do it, but one, it takes me longer, and two, I feel like you lose a lot of I feel like you lose me. Like you lose I can write a narrative if the narrative stars a character that thinks the way I do, but if you're asking me to write in a non-fictional kind of way, I need to do that in a nested system.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting if you did like a lecture series or something, or like you not like do you know forget what his name is. Really old dude, a lot of tattoos. Henry Rollins. Are you familiar with Henry Rollins?
I am not. Henry Rollins.
You've probably seen or heard of him at some point, but he does like these speaking tours, and it's entertainment. Like it's not supposed to be informational per se, but it's not really stand up either. Even though it's
It's like
just, it's a live show, but not of anything in particular,
oh, okay.
which I think is interesting because that's technically all most teachers are. Like, I don't think a lot of them write a lecture out word by word. I think most of them have bullet points and are just supposed to be knowledgeable and eloquent enough to speak publicly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be interesting in that writing is just you like making what people can write on their feet and stuff.
Yeah.
And so in the capacity that writing is just whittling down your thoughts into a greater thought that you actually like agree with.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, like yeah. To the like, jeez.
I feel like, yeah.
Ye, hmm.
But
I
it's
don't
weird to
even
just
know.
be able to say something well. I don't know.
Sometimes, because like
It's
sometimes I can
interesting.
like, because like sometimes I think like I'll think like 1,000 words and I'll be like I really only need like 100 of those words. But sometimes I think like a solid sentence and like I'll write like 1,000 words around a sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Like I mentioned the jumping robot I'm working on at the top, but because what was I gonna say? But because like the reason I'm working on this jumping robot is if I can go on a quick tangent, I was working on this thing called for the listeners because I've talked to you about this. I was working on this thing like it's a shape memory actuator, right? And it uses a shape memory metal to make like essentially like a linear motion, like a pneumatic cylinder or hydraulic cylinder or what am I trying to say? Or like a DC linear actuator with like a worm gear and whatnot, but using the shape memory metal because it's got a higher hypothetical strength to weight ratio. Not hypothetical, the strength to weight ratio is baller, but like making an actuator with a higher strength to weight ratio is a situation. The reason I'm working on this jumping robot is because I originally thought of that actuator within the context of this jumping robot, and I'm applying for a grant at the end of this month for like the actuator itself. So I'm just trying to figure out the what am I trying to say? I felt like I didn't give the original jumping, like the pneumatic version of the jumping exoskeleton, it's like a fair shot. And so I'm trying to make the best version of that and then seeing if I can improve that with this new actuator. But I'm saying all that to say maybe expect some new Core Solutions content at the end of this month. Maybe.
Do you think you're going to post that on our channel, or do you want to post it on your channel? Because we can link to it. I just have to find out how to feature channels on YouTube.
Oh yeah. It'll probably, I don't know. It'll probably be like super different from the content we do here. So I'll probably like post it on mine and then we can link to it.
Yeah, that'd be good. We could probably link to it in this episode if it's out by then. Or yeah, I'd imagine it would be because we have like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So
and
if
like,
you're
like
submitting
I said,
for a deadline, you can just record for that and
yeah. So yeah. Like this will for sure.
Like, I don't want to
workshop
content on your channel too much, but
oh yeah.
I mean, it's as long as it's welcome, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, this is fun. Like, I can make a thumbnail or something for you if you want.
That would be tight.
Yeah, you just have to give me some ideas for that.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I have like more stuff. When I have like more stuff done, because like I gotta like once this part of the actual build is like once like I've gotten like 3 iterations of this jumping robot and then maybe like another like ideal iteration of the jumping exoskeleton, by then I'll be on the conceptual work for the pneumatic actuator, and for sure by then I'll have like storyboarded like the video I'm gonna make. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess if you're talking about that as an aspect of your life right now, I kind of want to talk about the crossroads I'm at that I talked about yesterday. It's definitely a little bit more personal. Definitely. But so I'm like I'm in college. I got in main campus, Penn State. Uh, it cost me. It's dirty cheap to go here, and that'll probably change after my sister's out of college because we get better financial aid because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just feel like college isn't for me, and if I can get my side projects rolling ahead of that, or just get into a career field that I like if I was doing this as if I was doing podcasting in some capacity or like recording music or something for other people in some capacity, I feel like I could really get into that. But
Oh, well, really, I was going to say really quickly for the listeners, what do you so I guess like what do you study, and are your specific grievances with what you study, or the institution on the whole, or the concept of the institution?
there are several the concept of the institution in that it doesn't really value general education in that it does require you to specify instead of just grow your areas of knowledge and then say at the end of 4 years, I have 4 years of a very broad education. And I feel like having a broad education is better because as an employer, I'd want somebody with a diverse set of skills and the capacity to approach all things with
Especially if you're going to have to be trained for the job, like on the job for like most, like at least in some large capacity.
almost no jobs that require a degree actually need it. Or I should say the minority of jobs that require a degree it's actually necessary for. Like that's medical professionals, but even medical professionals, education only gets you so far. It's the on the job training and the medical residencies that actually get you into it. It's not the writing about papers and understanding the fundamental systems as much as it is the technical skill.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Although
no,
the
that's true. That's
fundamental
true.
knowledge helps
So like with
further and develop
yeah,
the science.
so with the exclusion of like a proportion of medical professionals, like a proportion of like hard scientists, and like certain like a select with like excluding a select few disciplines. You're saying that what am I trying to say? That the necessity of on the job training and the what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Like the lack of value in the college degree kind of like devalues like the whole idea of getting a degree from a college for you.
Yeah, especially because I feel like a lot of the degrees there are degrees that do basically just say I went to college for 4 years and got credits and found a major that let me graduate that was easy. But
So
I feel like
I
that's
think.
also part of the reason because
Mhm.
colleges kind of are starting to apply more interdisciplinary majors, like a major requiring a minor or something like that. Um,
Yes.
oh shit, buzz buzz.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
What was that? Just your phone or?
I No, it was my workspace. I just turned the notifications back on because every time I leave, I get scared that the next time someone comes in, they're gonna be like, "Someone left the fucking lights on," because I did that once and I felt so bad.
Oh my gosh.
But my bad, my bad. But please continue.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, fuck, whatever I was saying, it doesn't really matter that much. But
Oh, because I was
what
just
I
gonna
was
say, I
gonna
believe.
say is,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
my
Please continue.
crossroads or whatever is,
Mhm.
I feel like if I'm gonna start getting into something else for a living and doing it seriously, like making a podcast or recording music or something like that, or getting a tattoo apprenticeship, it's if it's about time served and getting my foot in the door, I feel like my interests would be better met by making like $20,000 a year that pays my rent as an apprentice somewhere at a shitty shop, or not a shitty shop, but like one that
Not a
has enough.
spectacular.
Yeah, or like a big shop, like one that has a lot of employees, and so it doesn't really matter. They're basically just at that point, it's more of a trade than an art.
Mm-hmm.
Although there is some artistry, but it's not as high level.
Hmm.
It's
So
it's because it is kind of the get your foot in the door. And if you can stand out there, then you can stand out in the like the open market a bit better.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah.
John, I was gonna ask for like mostly for me, a little bit for the listeners. So what is your? What was I gonna say? Like, what John, like I don't know, like I feel like we're definitely close friends and we know a lot about each other, but I don't know if I could put a sentence definition on like what's your what am I trying to say? Like what's like your passion? Like what's your passion if you were to put like a sentence on it?
My passion, it's like basically like all things art and music. Like so
you're really into like the what
and
am I
that
trying to
includes
say?
like visual arts and like video and audio editing and stuff like that.
So the what am I trying
Fashion,
to say? Yeah.
coffee, food, that's all art.
So the what am I trying to say? Just like the creation of like novel things, typically the creation of like novel things in in I suppose various mediums. Yeah, I'm not sure how I would. That's definitely a weird question, but I feel like
sort of like the art of entertainment and hospitality.
Like, definitely. Okay. So what was I gonna say? I forget where I was gonna go from there. I had a whole thing. Not like a whole thing, but I like just like an interesting line of questioning, I suppose.
This gets back into my shit, I forget the word for it. Boy.
Well,
oh yes, my neo-hedonism. As a philosophy. That's what this gets back into.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So you're in the. What am I trying to say? Would you say you would like to be in the business of creating ecstatic states via various means? I suppose, whether that is like art, music, like an event, etc., etc.
Oh yes. Just the complete technical pleasures of arts.
I'm just trying to like, I suppose like, like mostly for me, I'm just trying to understand like exactly where you're coming from. Cause like, what am I gonna say? Like, for me, a lot of my life is related to like an ideal, like I imagine, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like the achievement of that ideal and whatnot. So I'm just trying to understand like your version of that.
My version of it is like a world in where art and music are everywhere, kind of like in South America, right? Where like all the buildings are painted bright colors. If you go down to like Miami, they have it in like the Cuban neighborhoods, like in Little Havana. But just like all these like cool like towns that kind of like live loosely, but have like a technical elite and stuff. Like they don't abandon science, but like people like doctors that drink on the weekends and stuff. Like have a society of people making like $60,000-$70,000 a year.
Yeah, no, just a bunch of chill people that like what am I trying to say?
Art
That have
and music,
like
go to like little
that are, like,
breweries and stuff. Kind of like a hipster community, but just
like people who are
everybody,
very
all jobs have that, and all jobs have access.
But people who are like very comfortable with leisure, but in their non-leisure time create like wonderful things of various sorts.
Yeah. Like like everybody eats out all the time, and so that but everybody works in fast food. So all the different, or like they all work in restaurants, and so all the different restaurant people are just swapping money, and it's just its own economy of food.
That would definitely be interesting. So back to what was I going to say? Back to you're like
I feel like I could be like a real estate developer salesman with this pitch, just like out in fucking California, be like, I know it's the new Los Angeles, okay, believe me. This goes back to the idea of designing our own cities.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of cities, like this reminds me of like Slab City for some reason. We still
Slab
should
City!
definitely-
Slab City! Fuck yeah! Slab City! It's Slab City! That's my philosophy, dude. I think it was all the acid I took back then. I just heard Slab City and integrated it into my whole being. God damn.
Oh man, when
I
did we
just
first start
channeled
talking
it.
about Slab City? Was it in Merritt's class?
It was in Merritt's class. Slab City.
The last free place, man. We definitely have to go.
Yo, make Slab City the last free place.
I think it all. I was thinking about how, for like a short period of time, I flirted with the idea of like having the Quara'e Solutions headquarters in Slab City, and the idea that it's just like this large, like elaborate structure, but it's all mobile. Like the idea that I could move it. They were like, "Hey,
It's
we
like-
don't want this piece of shit."
It's like in a van.
Oh yeah, something like that. Like they're like,
Like
"Hey, we
Mac
don't want this
DeMarco?
piece of shit here." Yeah, like a city on wheels or something. But if you don't know what Slab City is, look into it. Definitely.
Yeah, Slab
I,
City. Oh my
I
gosh,
would-
where is it located? It's California, right?
Oh yeah, it's in I believe it's 4 miles outside of Yuma, California.
How far is it from Disney World?
It's or no, it's 4 miles northeast of Neyland. I could hold on, let me look it
Because Disney World's the real last free place on Earth.
up.
Shout out Disney World. Disney World, give me money!
It's
Give me money, Disney World.
It's like a 3 it's like a 3-hour drive apparently, but it's only like 175 miles.
3-hour drive? That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's there's a
Well,
place
that's like
called
a 3-hour trip to Mecca, dude.
Oh no, for sure.
I'm building
For
my
sure.
own religion in Slab City.
You definitely could. We could. Do you want to
Dude,
get into Slab City?
I've told you I want to start a cult, right?
Oh, I like.
That's
I think
that's kind of what this is. I want a cult because I feel like I could be a good cult leader. I've always been
John,
told
I
I have
think
a
you could be a
scary
good cult leader.
face, but that people are also like intrigued by me in some capacity. They're like,
That's
that's a
all.
weird fucking dude. I feel like he's gonna do shit. I feel like he could be like the next Hitler or something. Not in a bad way, like in terms of ambition. Like I feel like he could talk himself up in situations. Yo, like one time my parents were mad at me because of a paper I wrote in school that like freaked a teacher out because I was in like 8th grade. and I was just an edgy little fucking kid. And whatever I said like really fucking I don't even remember what it was, but it fucked with them. And my parents were like, "You know that your words have meaning, right? And your words have a lot of power, John. You can do a lot of things. They can do a lot of good things. They can do a lot of bad things. You have the capacity for great things. You have the capacity to do a lot of bad, John." And I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" You know, it's like it was like Uncle Ben's like, "With great power
no,
comes
for
great
sure.
responsibility" speech, and I was like, "But." They were like, "But use less intelligence." I was like, "No, shut the fuck up. I'm not even that smart. Like, don't tell me to be dumber than I already am. It's not good for me."
Oh man. Oh no, definitely. You like 4. Wait, hold on. I'm on Slab City's Wikipedia article. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of wild stuff at Slab City, so definitely you could build something strange and fantastic. For sure.
I think of Slab City as like an eternal Burning Man.
Oh, a little bit. It's mostly like old people. I think it's mostly
You
old
wanna
people
get
and
these
homeless
street
people.
sweepers in Slab City?
Definitely, for sure. Like
Is there like a Vice article on it or something? I feel like there is.
probably. I'm on the Wikipedia article right now, but there's definitely.
If not, that's a missed opportunity. I'll shoot that for Vice and sell it to them.
Oh, you definitely could.
Buy a Vice sticker, stick it on a mic.
Culture Trip.
It's not even a mic, it's just a stick I found in Slab City.
Hold on. This Wikipedia article says
East Jesus.
Oh yeah, no. It's called East Jesus. Yeah.
Salvation Mountain. Bottle Wall. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Slab
East
City.
Jesus.
Wild.
Dude, I want to get. You know how that one teacher had a hobo tattoo on his neck?
Oh yeah, I always thought that was funny as hell.
Yeah, because it looked like a cock and balls, but
Oh, definitely, because you could only see like a little bit of it.
yeah, it was like a couple circles and then I think a line.
Yeah. And like, I don't know what I still don't know what it was, like, or what it is.
I kind of want to get an East Jesus tattoo though.
Hold on, let me look up an image of these images. Like
Threats to
just
the community. Philanthropist sold. Oh, California might be selling the land.
Yeah, that's a situation for sure.
Oh, is it like a bunch of people from the U.S. Marine Corps started it? They were saying something about cleanup.
I don't know if they started it, but definitely like where Slab City is used to be a Marine barracks, but then like it's like hard abandoned.
Yo, how many? There's so many fucking things in the U.S. and like that, or sorry, like the U.S. military spends their money on that are like just building bases that never even get occupied
Oh yeah.
and filling them with weapons. Like what the fuck? Like I
Oh,
get
for sure.
you could have unarmed out like armed outposts places with no people, but just in if you were anticipating a war, but like we don't need to have an armed base in Germany like ever.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
unless there is a war.
Yeah.
It's like they and then they can build the infrastructure for that. Like that's what their country.
I
Like you're if you have a base in another country base, but you're basically just investing in another country's military infrastructure, which is weird.
Oh yeah. That is weird. That is definitely strange. I related to that sort of there's well, there was this podcast called Alice Isn't Dead, and essentially like one of the main features of this podcast is like what am I trying to say? It's like exploring like abandoned or no like a large feature of it. It's like modern American mythology centered around like abandoned places. You know what I mean?
Yo, modern American mythology might be my band name.
I was good. You know what? That is a good one. That is for sure a good band name. Modern American mythology.
Yeah. Or my solo podcast name.
Wait, why didn't we go with that podcast name? Because it is a good one. You could you should definitely take it. If it's not taken by the time you start a solo podcast.
I mean, yeah, you know, like there are other. I can think of like people that have multiple podcasts. One's solo, one's with another person.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm so sick.
Hell yeah. Copyright that bitch. Redact it until I actually have the. Go back in and edit it later. Like, there you go. It's back. Predicted it.
What saying this? What were we how did we get to Slab City?
Slab City. Oh, my philosophy.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like tattoos. I feel like were the people in BioShock Infinite tattooed? A few people.
Wait, which people in BioShock Infinite?
Were there tattooed people in BioShock Infinite?
I don't think a lot. Oh, there's a dude with a brand.
That might be it. That might be what I'm
Well,
thinking.
the main character, Booker.
I think I've just seen a lot of BioShock Infinite because it's kind of like Americana. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
They're like the main dude, like in BioShock Infinite, Booker DeWitt has like he's got his daughter's initials like branded on the back of his left hand.
Ah.
The main dude from the first BioShock has a broken chain tattooed on the inside of his wrist, I think. And then like the big daddy you play as in the second BioShock, I haven't played BioShock 2 though. I have not. I think
I
he
own
has
them
like
all, but I haven't played them other than Infinite.
Oh, okay. I really like the BioShock games. They're the only video games that I really play. Like, I don't have a console right now, but when I did, I would just play either BioShock Infinite or the original BioShock just again. Like, if I was like, I want to play a video game, I would just play those games again.
My number one for a while was Borderlands 2.
Mm.
And I fucked that game up, son.
Are you huge on video games? I don't play a lot of video games.
I was for a while, but like when I didn't have shit to do, like I like I wasn't working on schoolwork really.
Yeah.
And because I just didn't have a lot that was necessary to pass. But
oh, I was gonna ask you too. Like, speaking of like favorite things, what's your favorite movie? Do you think?
My favorite movie? That's a hard question.
Or like, you go with like a top 3, if that's easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. There's just so many.
There are a lot of movies.
Oh, one of my favorites is this indie film I have called The Auteur. And it's about like a porn director, and it's a fake documentary.
Oh, those are good.
And it's really fucking funny. But it actually has, like Ron Jeremy in it and stuff.
Oh wow, that's
but the dude who the film's about is like this Colombian director, and he's like, my name is Arturo Domingo, and at one point this one kid's like, you smell like wine or something, and he's like, fuck you. And he yells that at like a 5-year-old. Hilarious.
Like a small child.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's really good.
Do you think? Wait, hold on. My bad if my end of the podcast is very coffee and also like sporadic association-y. But I was just thinking about like, isn't it weird how Ron Jeremy is ugly?
Yeah.
Like, he's not hot.
I don't.
He's like a famous male.
Is his dick big?
I think. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna do some incognito research real quick.
But like, because I feel like female porn stars are always really famous because they're super duper hot, or some version of super duper hot.
Dudes are always fugly.
Oh no, for sure, and I don't think it's because I don't think anyone cares about. I think you only care about the dude in porn if you're gay, actually.
Yeah.
Like, because I can't.
I don't know though, because if the dudes, I care in the capacity that I can't like. I don't want to look at some nasty ass fucking dude.
Oh no, but like, yeah. But like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but like, I don't like I've never like, man, that dude did some really good fucking. And that one, what was his name?
No. I mean, I feel like I've definitely thought, man, that dude did some good fucking, but I feel like it is definitely another level to then Google who he is and look for other stuff with him.
No, exactly. Like, never enough to be like, I would love to see someone get fucked like that again.
It's just a good surprise when they come back again. Oh, yeah, this dude fucks again. That dude fucks,
I remember that dude. That dude fucks hard.
You see him in public with like his daughter and his wife. You're like, that dude fucks.
Oh man, I feel like being a porn star is such a weird thing to be, because if you get like recognized on the street, like, what is your life like?
Yeah, that's strange.
what was I thinking about? I was watching this comedian named Mike Falzone. He was interviewing this woman who does like, she's essentially like, she's part of like a VR lesbian porn startup, and I think that's one of the funniest things of all time. Because I feel like, what am I trying to say? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like porn is such like an odd industry in that like a lot of stuff happens and it's responsible for like, isn't porn like a third of the internet or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
But like about how like it's such like a large part of the internet, but it's like okay, relatively taboo to talk about.
My research is done.
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy indeed has a thick piece on him.
He's strapped, as it were.
Yeah, or I think the word I was gonna go with was health. It's because
Wait, what?
it's not a demanding penis, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like a healthy it's like a healthy plus.
All right, now I'm gonna do some incognito googling. Hold on.
But I feel like it
Oh,
also
jeez, my
kind of
last
looks it kind of looks like a brown Gumby.
my last incognito search is so sad. By the way, it's so fucking funny. It's a quote: "How to meet new friends in your 20s." And it's
No, that's
it's
not
such a-
sad like I thought it was gonna be.
no, it was just very no. It's like actually legitimately very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
It's
man,
like why am I hurting?
yeah. Dick. There we go.
Yo, I want to know if I Google why am I hurting, am I gonna get suicide hotline things?
Probably. Oh, he was never hot, even ever. He was never even a little bit hot. Like he's maybe like he's not. He's like cute. He's like a cute man, but he's not hot.
Yo, let's see. Why am I hurting? It doesn't give you suicide hotline things. I feel like we should petition Google about this.
Well, no, definitely.
Because they fucking stick like Wikipedia articles and stuff on everything because they're trying to cite everything on the internet. And they're like, we're responsible. We're responsible if somebody kills themselves because they Googled how to tie a noose. It's like, no,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not. You're just an information distribution platform, the regulator of what information is distributed.
Oh yeah, no, that's like saying you're responsible for someone drowning themselves in their bathtub, like the water company is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you just need to get one of those warnings that have that say like do not submerge in water because people threw them in bathtubs to kill themselves for so long that now they just put the warning on it. So you need to put like a fucking warning sticker on the internet, like on laptops that just says like warning, may be used to Google how to kill yourself. This might be your off switch.
That would be really funny. That would be super duper. Apparently, Ron Jeremy's dick was like. There's a okay. Apparently, there's like a lot of What am I trying to say? There's like a lot of What am I trying to say? It's like contested, like the actual like. It's like somewhere. It's like in the 8 to 9 range, apparently.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot to there'd be like a lot of information to be read about like what am I trying to say about like dude height to dick length to woman hand size to woman body size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they game it a lot. They have to game it like a lot.
Oh, for sure. All the time. They always pick somebody who's like 115 pounds and they're like, okay, now we're gonna have to lube it up because this is all dry because you're just smoking cigarettes. And this is 1970. Like,
oh no, for sure.
we're gonna get this fat ass hairy Italian dude with a hanging pecker to start swinging. And then they also play the camera a lot because they usually only stick in like the first like inch or two, so it looks like there's a lot hanging out, like that implies it's a lot inside. Because even with a big dick, you're not seeing like a fucking stomach bulge. It's not like disrupting their intestines.
Yeah.
You can't tell. So yeah, they just get like a wide angle on like what's the hypotenuse? They get like the hypotenuse of the dick to pussy leg insertion triangle. So that's what they get with the camera, and that's actually a real technical thing. So.
That's what they say on like in the field.
Yeah, I'm an instructor.
Oh man, I was once talking to someone and they were like, it was also about porn production. They were like, producing porn's my backup plan. I'm like, if you like, this person didn't seem like they had a lot of shame. Also, fuck this dude because once he hit me directly in my eye with a spitball, and that's the reason I didn't give him the $7 I owed him. Fuck him. Anyway, I was like, depending on how much like how much you care about what am I trying to actually hold on, you can definitely produce porn without live a normal life for sure. You know what I mean? Just say, oh, I'm a producer. Like that's what I do.
Oh yeah, when people ask what what you do, you're like, oh, I'm a producer. Like, what do you?
You've probably seen
you
it.
know, movies. We have a niche audience. You know,
yeah. Well, not even really that niche, because yeah,
a niche
porn gets,
audience of public fans.
Because porn gets a lot of viewership, a lot of viewership.
Yeah.
I feel like there. I don't know if there's any way to to capitalize on the amount of money being circulated within the porn industry without being a pornographer or a porn star of some kind. But there's a lot of money there. If Pornhub, if you're listening to this podcast, if you needed a drafter, if you needed a designer, hit me up.
Have you listened to any of their podcasts?
No, they have podcasts?
Yeah, I think it's a Pornhub Aria, maybe.
Oh, okay.
No. I think it's Asa Akira. Asa Akira, it has a podcast. Still, Asa Akira. Asuka. Asa Akira Pornhub podcast. Yeah, it's the Pornhub podcast with Asa Akira. And she's interviewing a lot of female fighters, I think.
I'm trying to find how well listened to this podcast.
It's on Stitcher. Talking about, oh my god. Episode title, Bonnie Rotten, Triple Anal Queen. 63 minutes, and I have to imagine this is better than any 63 minutes I could do, and if I would possibly pay to see them talk about this on stage for 63 minutes with no revision.
Okay, I think the most recent one is back from maternity leave. I'm a MILF now. Can I I'm just gonna read the description for the most recent podcast episode if you're cool with that.
Lenny Balls reunited and it feels so good.
Sean joins me for the first episode back from my maternity leave to talk about how we became parents 12 weeks ago. Everyone describes giving birth as a beautiful experience, but that's a preposterous lie. We're here to tell you the truth. It's horrid. Did I poop? Does my vagina feel the same? Does it look the same? Are we different people now that I have a child? Am I going to let Sean defecate on me for Father's Day? Also, drugs and motherhood. Also, is it possible that in the process of birth we discovered what squirt actually is? This seems like a weird podcast. Definitely that's how. Do people listen to this? I can't find how many people listen to it.
I don't know where I wish. I hope you could see their porn.
Because I don't see a
Pornhub Aria, Princess of Pornhub. I think she runs their Twitter or something.
Oh, okay. Because I don't see
1.35 million followers.
Wait, 1.35 million? That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's not in the podcasting world. That's not a lot. You know, because they're no Joe Rogan, but
yeah,
that's a lot of listenership. Hold on. Now I'm gonna look up hold on. Because I'm curious on the stats of porn viewership. Because there's definitely a lot. I want to know how many people. I spelled the word viewership wrong. Porn statistics. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, definitely. Oh, I feel also in their stats, are they counting? Is there any way to not count the millions of underage people who are watching porn?
Nope.
Because
Nope, their demographic is 13 to 25.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Because you can't. Oh no, definitely. Okay.
Oh my gosh, what is this one's
Okay, okay, hold on.
Oh jeez.
Right. Okay, apparently, and according
okay,
to
so I'm pretty sure Pornhub was to do it, But there's Pornhub Aria, YouPorn Katie. Let's see who else this links me to. Profile. RedTube Emma. Let's see who else.
Hold on. Apparently. Oh no, I'm just looking at.
Who else?
I'm just trying to find the I just want to find their like analytics.
What the fuck? Okay, I have to.
Okay, apparently. Okay, apparently, as of last year, like every minute on Pornhub, like more than 200,000 videos are watched.
Dude, this is okay. The RedTube Emma actually has the heat on Twitter. She says, May 5th, masturbating in the kitchen is the closest I'll get to having sex on an island.
That's a good one.
Let's see. Link to somebody else. Oh my god.
Man, now I wish two things. I wish
beef with them? You want to start beefing with these people on get a Twitter to beef with them just so that we can get our podcast blown up a little bit more?
I was gonna say I was thinking the opposite thing. I was like, man, I wish we had enough listenership to have a porn star on our podcast because then everyone would listen to it.
Yeah.
We can get one porn. Who's the most available porn star?
There was this porn star that was on Twitter for a while, named Mercedes Carrera. But then she was arrested on meth and gun charges.
Oh no! So but she's probably pretty available.
Yeah. And
it doesn't. Yeah.
I think she got probation or house arrest, but she's always on these fucking podcasts and stuff. And so there was this podcast she was on for a while she would guest on pretty frequently called The Drunken Peasants. Mm-hmm. And then that podcast stopped because the YouTube ad thing happened. It cut their revenue, and so they had to move, and one of the members didn't want to move and the other two did. And then
Wait, I think what was her name again?
Mercedes Carrera. But yeah. The Drunken Peasants podcast is still up, but it's just one of the original dudes that was in it. And it's that's if John Lennon was the only member of the Beatles and he still just ran with a band called the Beatles.
Oh yeah.
It's for sure change it. Be yeah, this is John Lennon's band.
Yeah.
Find us on Twitter, John Lennon Band.
John Lennon Band. Oh man. Yeah, no, I think we should start uploading our podcast to Pornhub.
You know what? I've actually heard about that I would be down to do that.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna say people would definitely people would definitely listen to at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. That's such a good networking.
Yeah, no, hear me out. We could definitely do it.
Do you have a Twitter? I
don't, but I would be willing to make a Twitter for the purposes of this podcast.
Yeah, I guess we could make a podcast Twitter.
Mm-mm.
For sure.
What's your Twitter related plan? Just
post it up, right? And then just start beefing. Just start not even beefing, but I don't know. I don't know what we would do.
Yeah, I don't.
Not even a beef. Just Rick reading their Twitter out loud on a podcast. What is that?
I don't know. I think it's a Twitter.
Is this a higher form commentary with a specific person? We just roasting them every time because it's gonna get hard to come up with a new roast every time.
Oh no, for sure. I think we can do it though. There are two of us.
Two of us, and it was triple anal. So that's what we need. One more guy.
Oh man, like, hey, we're triply able about your use of grammar in this tweet. We, what was it? Triple anal is a weird thing to be famous for sure.
Yeah. Imagine walking like not like kind of wobbling down the street. I was gonna say walking, but not quite walking. Like walking with a little jaundice in your hip, and
Walking like your ass hurts.
walking like your ass hurts, walking like you got that gonorrhea shot, and no experience, no frame of reference, don't know what you're talking about. Pirates don't get STDs. But when you got that little bit of jaundice in your hip, what you want to do is just walk down the street like I just did triple anal.
And someone's like, "Hey, didn't I just see you do triple anal?"
What do you do for a living? They don't know. You're wearing that jacket. You're wearing that camo jacket to blend in with the crowd, and they go, "Thank you for your service," because they see you limping.
I think that would be funny as hell if someone stopped you on the street and they're like, "Hey, like John, imagine if you were a porn star, right? And someone stops you on the street and they're like, "Hey, didn't I see you fuck someone in the ass like 2 days ago?" You'd be like, "Yeah, that was me. Thank you." I think that's a hilarious. I think it's a hilarious.
This is breaking news.
Okay.
So when I was like 14 or some shit, I was always fucking around on like Omegle.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the thing at the time. There were like a bunch of YouTube videos about it. I was like, fuck it, I could like, I don't know, whatever. But shit, fucking, there was some person on there who was like a straight up porn star. Like I was talking to them for a minute, and it was weird because I think I got like their Snapchat or something.
Oh, do you still have it, John?
No, it was a minute ago. It was a minute ago, and there was some weird like hood ass porn stars.
Oh no!
Like there was definitely the word pink in their name somewhere.
Oh, okay. They were that kind of porn stars.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh,
but I was like, like 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, one of those ages.
Yeah.
Just...
That's super funny.
Oh no! I remember it. I think. No, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't think. But
okay. No, yeah, we don't want to put him on blast.
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin the reputation.
No. I was a devious little fucking kid. Apparently.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah. I think the moral of the story is like we need to we definitely need to find some way to capitalize on the amount of dollars that are in the porn industry.
Yeah, I'll put the name in the group me because I'm pretty sure this is the right person. But if not, this is just somebody I've seen and it's fucking hilarious. Oh shit! It's a weird name for sure, and if it wouldn't give away information about it, I would clown on it a little bit. Yeah, I was like, yo, who the fuck comes up with that name?
Oh, I don't know. Someone who thought for a long time, presumably.
Because it's a little bit Native American sounding.
A little bit.
But then like a little bit of like Louisiana like twang on the end.
Oh no, definitely. I'll look up her filmography. Hold on. Apparently, Google doesn't want to give me jet. Like, I wish Google would give me like jet. Like, I don't like how when you Google a porn star, like the first result after the thing that says like the blurb with their height and their age and whatnot. Like after that, it's immediately porn. Like I want a Wikipedia article.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not in a language that I speak. I need a different Wikipedia article. Is that Spanish? Is this Spanish? I don't speak.
Español. Acuerdo noche.
Okay, there we go. I went to Boobapedia, and it's okay.
Boobapedia?
Yeah.
Oh, the fuck? Y'all check that out on Boobapedia.
Yo, you're gonna want to say. Oh man. Okay, so I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anything super duper outstanding about this person. Like they're not like you know what I mean? Like they
Age
haven't done
43 years, gang.
Oh man, people doing porn at 43.
I feel like 43 is like a Michelle Obama age. Like that's respectable.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I feel like
I feel
porn's
like
definitely a young woman's
past
game.
past 60, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like you could be a good 60, but like most people won't be. But there's a few people past that.
Yeah,
now.
like if you can't, I feel like you at least have to be able to pass for young if you aren't young, and if you can't pass for young, you should stop doing porn.
Yeah, but I don't think passing for young. I feel like the people who like age it out better, like healthier, just stay healthy and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Stay healthy and lean until they're like an adult.
Yeah.
Like still exercise and are active and shit. Those people look fine usually.
Yeah.
As long as they don't have like wrinkles from sun cancer or something.
Oh, for sure.
But,
So, like,
those are vintage people.
Is this the porn star we're gonna try and get on the podcast?
I guess. I just be like, yo, one time, and then they'd be like,
because hear me out, John. I would not at all be opposed to like, to the extent that this podcast is public, and I suppose we'll have like could hypothetically have a lasting effect on how we are perceived, like in the public. Like I care a little bit, but also I feel like we could definitely get a porn star on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good first guest because it's a lot.
Definitely.
You have a lot of interesting questions you can ask. Probably a lot of stuff that they've already answered, so they're going to be good at answering it, which means they're going to be good at like public speaking in some capacity. And they're probably going to be a bit angry too, which is going to make it a little bit more interesting to listen to.
Oh, definitely. Like I
calm them down a little bit.
Yeah, like what? Like I don't like. Yeah, what do you even talk to a porn star about? Like, what do you fuck for a living? And they're like, yeah, I guess.
It's like, how does it feel when the cum is like, dripping out? Do you feel like a piece of shit? Do you feel worthless?
You have to interact with old cum. Do you feel like your job's worth it when you have to interact with old cum?
Yeah, like when a bunch of people are coming into glass, I just always feel like that would be worse than getting it straight in the mouth because it's just sitting there and like it's like turning into Jello.
Oh no, yeah.
Like rather than being quasi liquid as it dries up.
Yeah.
Congeals.
Like
liquid
definitely.
Cement. Is that worse? Is that worse? Because I would think it is.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no. I feel like we would have to have like a topic picked out to distract from the fact that we have a porn star on the podcast for sure.
For sure.
Like we'd be like, we're gonna talk about. We need you to watch Endless Poetry so we can talk about endless poetry.
No, for sure. If you have a guest, it should be about the guest for the most part.
I mean, true. But like, we could definitely, yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, and it naturally segues because if they're tired about the subject and you can't really segue it into anything else, then they'll pick it up on their own and stuff. Hopefully.
Oh, true.
But porn stars and athletes, neither of them need to be good public speakers. I don't care if they're dumb as a brick, as long as they're like they can get into a scene. And it doesn't make me like question it.
I feel like I don't know. I wonder like what percentage of porn stars are actually very smart.
Enough.
Yeah, definitely enough. Because like
Probably
every once in a while.
the ones that make it big are probably the smart ones because
Oh yeah.
I feel like an industry. There's some part of it that's organic, but like you really have to do your own thing as an artist, or not an
Oh,
artist,
for
but
sure.
like a performer or whatever.
Oh yeah,
In
no,
that industry.
definitely. I also yeah. That's for sure true because like everyone's got a
Like, have you
vagina.
ever
Well,
seen like, you know how there's like 7 or 8 like small, but like small production studios for porn that like have the same 6 or 7 people that are in like all their things.
yeah, like or like just like that scene. Yes.
Yeah, like there was this one. I forget what it was called, and I definitely wouldn't want to say what it is if I did, because it's very strange. But there it was always on like the front page of like Pornhub for a while until it got taken down for some reason. Um, for
Oh,
some like weird,
controversy. We could talk about that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was strange. So they fuck, I forget what I was even gonna say. But it was like literally like 3 or 4 people, and in each different thing they'd always be playing different people. But it's like, oh, you were just the same thing a minute ago.
Yeah.
Well, you're just I just saw you already. Not
Like
playing all the
just
roles in the movie.
yeah. I what was I gonna say? What was I going? It would be really tight though if we get like a Pornhub #1 or like a top 5. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Oh,
If we get
like if we get Riley Reid on the podcast.
oh, that'd be great. Get what's that other one? Piper Perry, the one that has a meme.
Oh yeah, the smallest woman.
She also just doesn't eat.
Oh yeah, for sure. How much does Piper Perry weigh?
95 pounds.
Something like definitely.
Like 110, 120 maybe, but maybe.
Come on.
90 pounds. 4'11".
Ooh, that's small. That's a small size to be.
Yeah, she's 4'11", so she can be 90 pounds, but like could be a little heavier. Would be nice.
Like if yeah. If she were trying, she could be heavier for sure.
And I think that's really the point of what we're trying to say here today. If she was
Is that?
trying harder, she could be heavier.
Oh no, definitely. Like if she were hitting the gym every day.
Yeah. Or just eating a little bit more food, because you don't need to be that bone tin, girl.
Oh no.
If something happens to you, like a medical emergency, like your colon bursts for some reason.
Oh yeah.
I could never tell you why. Or maybe you have some spinal injuries.
No, I was gonna say
what's
I
gonna happen when you get that surgery? What's gonna happen when you get that surgery? You got nothing to work with. You got no cushion
They're
for
gonna be
the
like
cushion.
everything you have is broken.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, oh well, we were just gonna graft some of the fat from your stomach onto your back to pad out your spine from when he's choke fucking your neck.
I was gonna say for when you're getting fucking railed.
Like, what kind of health insurance do these people? Do they have good dental?
I hope so.
Because are you gonna have to get veneers because you're getting teeth knocked out by a fucking dick?
Like, probably. Definitely.
Getting
I imagine
smacked
they
in
have
the
baller
face
health
and like
insurance.
dropped and stuff. But they're private contractors, probably, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or independent contractors. So I'm sure they have a union of some kind. That's really hard to unionize because there's always hot people that'll get fucked without a union.
Oh no, that's true.
But
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
well, hot enough people.
Apparently, Piper Perry's kid was killed by her ex-boyfriend by accident, something like that.
Not by accident. You don't kill.
Or not by. It was shaken baby syndrome, so maybe not by accident. Hold
No,
on.
he was probably an angry piece of shit or something.
Oh yeah, no, I think
Like it's
he
not.
might
You have to shake it pretty hard. It's not like just a gentle shake or a rustle. Like
Yeah. So okay, so apparently, well, I don't think he intended to kill a baby. He just shook it real bad. But I guess you still, if you're the type to shake a baby violently, then you're
it's
definitely
at least negligent manslaughter.
Oh, for sure. Like, you're at least a piece of shit if you shake a baby hard
You're
enough to
dumb
kill it.
enough. You're dumb enough to be a danger to others.
Oh yeah. Well, that happened, and so her kid's dead. Sorry that happened. Piper Perry's kid.
She also. I'm surprised she could have a kid in the first place because the kid might be as big as her when it comes out.
Oh, definitely. Like, she's not a healthy weight to be pregnant. She's definitely.
Oh wait. We can get into this. If she did porn while she was pregnant.
I don't think I can watch it. I really don't think I don't like because this is getting a little personal. I don't watch Piper Perry porn in general because she's too small.
Yeah, I agree. She's too thin. She's too thin.
Dangerously thin.
When she was a little bit younger, she was a little bit. Oh, I can't anymore because it's just all too.
I think we should. I feel like we start talking about the porn we do and don't watch. This won't be a viable podcast anymore.
I mean, it's mainstream enough. I'm not gonna go down the back alley quite yet.
Oh man. You know what I was thinking about earlier today? You know what's so much fun? To break stuff. You ever break something? It's so much fun.
Yeah, remember that whole Goodwill Glassin'?
Oh yeah, but like, what was I going to say? Do you think, like, to what extent do you think that's a gender thing? Because it is so much fun to break stuff, right? And I think that's an objective fact about the world that you can have fun by breaking something. But is that just like a dude thing?
I think it tends to be more dudes, but girls can do it too, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For as a general tendency, dudes over to do it. Because like
Yeah.
when guys play with Legos, they always build it up and then they want to like break it and shit at the end.
Oh yeah. Like you're either making like I feel like when I played with like blocks or whatever, it's either like I'm making a perfect masterwork, and if it's not perfect, I'll destroy it, or I'm making something that will be fun to destroy that I'm going to destroy anyway.
When I was little, I was like a little Lego artist, but like also a little Lego autist. And so I'd build these like masterpiece sculptures or what I thought were like masterpieces, and I'd spend like forever making them, and then I put them on my shelves and like have them as display pieces for like months. And then I'd like dust them and stuff, all that. And then when I had people over, there were always like these girls that would like disassemble or like play with them, and I was like, play with my art. Like I put that there for a reason. There are more Legos, but don't fuck with the ones that are in that form.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I forget why I was thinking about because I was thinking about destroying things earlier. I don't know why. But I'm trying. It was because I was thinking about how if I feel like if I had if I had only daughters or a daughter first or something like that, I would definitely miss out on like an aspect of like, you know what I mean? Like I can be like, hey, let's just break some stuff. Let's get some ice cream, break some glass, you know.
Wait, what's the Kanye line like? You break a glass, it happened again, or something like that.
I don't know that Kanye line. Hold on.
Oh, it's in like it's on the Yay album.
Oh, is it in Violent Crimes?
I think it is Violent Crimes, yeah. Yay, Child and Kanye West. Woo! Violent Crimes lyrics. This is an in-depth research.
Oh, yeah. Apple does not have. Oh, geez, I forgot I have Apple Music now. I'm trying to find this.
You break a glass and say it again. She can't comprehend the danger she's in. If you whoop her ass, she move in with him. Then he whoop her ass, you go through it again. But how you the devil rebuking the sin? Let us pray that we can put this behind us. I swear that these times is the wildest. She got the scars, they serve as reminders. Blood's still on her pajamas, but yesterday is dead. Yat! Moment of silence. Oh boy, and I'm not finishing that song.
Oh man.
God
This is
damn,
good.
boy.
This is-
God damn, boy.
Yeah, no. Kanye, like, how do you feel about Kanye West overall?
I like his music.
I like some of it.
I like that he's like a personality too, because like so many artists are boring as fuck. Whatever.
That's true.
Like he's at least interesting enough to stay in the news.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Which, like, yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't think boring celebrities exist, but I suppose if they did, I would prefer the interesting celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have we been going so far?
Well, a minute. We've been going for like maybe like hour, 2 hours, something like that.
Something like that.
David gets in trouble by David Shannon. Oh, let's end on White Men Can't Jump. Let me see if I can set this up real quick.
do it.
Try and play the audio through my speakers instead of my.
Wait, is this clip going to be more than 20 seconds?
Oh yeah, but it's audio, and it's in the background, and presumably we're talking over it and like pausing it and shit.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, if you were just going to play it, I was going to run and piss really quick.
All right.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't really say anything.
Okay, that's cool.
Cool. I didn't really say anything.
Yep. But oh my gosh, that was a real master blaster. But I feel like we have enough material now. You want to wrap with?
I can really I don't know. Like, if you haven't seen The Life Aquatic, that Wes Anderson movie, I guess watch that Wes Anderson movie.
I have not seen it, and it has doesn't that have that one boy in it, Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, it's got Jeff Goldblum, Bill Murray. Like, yeah, it's got a bunch of the classic Anderson cast.
All right, nice. I like his costumes always.
Oh, he's got fantastic costumes.
I think Jeff Goldblum was like, as a man into fashion, who got into fashion in my 50s, I asked Wes Anderson if I could keep the garments, and he said absolutely, but they were taken from me in a scene transition, and I never saw them again.
Oh no. I once saw it on someone's Instagram where they went to like a Wes Anderson party, and I was like a Wes Anderson costume party, and I was like, that's the greatest idea of all time.
It is. You all just look classy as fuck, so there's gonna be sucking and fucking going on.
Oh no, exactly. Like everyone just looks fucking great. Like
yeah, it's like a prom, but like not. It's like also it's more like a Lord of the Rings fucking.
I don't even know how to describe the Wes Anderson aesthetic. It's like old school, but also like it's a little hipster for sure.
For sure, you got that cocaina in vials there, like hipster vial. It's like hand carved by a Peruvian woman. It's a mixture of coke and other snuff to like keep the demons out and like expel fucking.
Oh yeah. Like you,
spirits.
like you keep it like you're like, hey, this vial was hand blown by
by a very eyes wide shut.
Oh yeah. I like the idea of having something like having like a very fancy cocaine vial. I think that's hilarious.
I want that for like, what's something else you could keep in a small quantity?
Geez, I don't know.
Like, come.
You have like an artisanal coin purse.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm thinking like
Like
in a
a-
vial. I guess just pure acid.
Oh no, I was like you have a dropper.
Maybe like a wax cart or something. Like if
Oh,
it was
no, I was
just a
gonna say,
mouth,
like, hey,
if it gets
like-
to the point where it can be like the size of just like a little mouthpiece that looks like just a thing on like a charm on a necklace, and you can just hit it. That'd be great.
Like,
and then
hey,
just change it.
you
when
see
you're
the
done.
drip tip of my vape? This drip tip was hand carved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah,
I very much like
I would get a
Mhm.
laser engraved Sorin.
Oh, for sure. I definitely could laser engrave my vape. For sure, I could. I just remembered I have access to a laser cutter. If anyone wants lasered vapes,
For sure. Is it the $15 vape?
no, it's not. It's not
$5 vape or whatever it was.
Oh, it was $12. It was 12.
$12.
But,
12, yeah.
it's not that one. I haven't hit that one in forever. Hold on. I believe it's in my drawer.
Drawer, $12. Vapes. Pour. John. Vape sounds.
Podcast.
Over.
I've been hearing storms down by the shore. Pirates in the port of paradise. Hey, ruined mariners marinated, swinging one north with their heads bigger sore. Viscera and gore in paradise. Pirates in the bay, taking what they may. Yarn and gold aboard, what decorates indoors. Taking home decor. Please not a word more. It's the Pirates of Paradise. Ah! Ah!